good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Tilson Live. It is Tuesday. It is 2 o'clock. We are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, coming at you as we do each and every single week to talk all things building on your land. I'm Eric Allard, part of the fourth generation of the Tilson family, here to talk to you about building on your land with the one and only, the best, the marvelous. We couldn't do it without her, Dawn Dantzler, our Vice President of Marketing and Customer Experience. Good afternoon, Dawn.
Hey, Eric. How's it going?
It's going great. It's going great. It's actual fall, y'all. We're going through the things. We have cloudy weather. It's not 106. It's beautiful.
I'm seeing like 3/4 sleeves.
Oh, it's happening. Yeah, it's happening. I wore
a
vest on Saturday. It happened. So yeah, it's a big deal. And yeah, we're just loving life. So it's going very, very well. We're excited to be here today. We're excited to be here answering all these folks' questions about building homes on their land. We have a very special presentation. We're going to do that. But first, before we do that, obviously, as we do each and every week, y'all jump in to the chat, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us where you're building, what part of the process you're in. We want to hear from you. We do this show for you guys to make sure you have the best information possible for you and your family to make the right decision for this lifestyle and legacy that you want to live out in the middle of nowhere, for the most part. Some folks, their idea of middle of nowhere is like just a little bit further out of town. And for some folks, it's like, I don't ever want to see humans again out of town. And hey, we're here for both of those extremes and everything in between. That's what we've been doing for nearly 100 years here at Tilson Homes. So we are quite good at doing that. But jump in, again, tell us where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you're in. Obviously, we're here to answer all of your questions that have anything to do with building on your home, regardless of where you are in the process. If you're just thinking about doing this, if you've already started the process with us, if you're watching in a different state or different country, we know that happens too, and have questions about what this is even all about. If you want to know things about Texas, we love talking about Texas. It's one of our favorite subjects. So we can talk about that. Also, we can talk about financing. We can talk about site preparation. We can talk about customization, construction, all that stuff we're ready to talk about, answer all those questions that you might have, permitting, replatting. My county said this. My septic guy said that. My neighbor said this. The internet said it. Don't listen to the internet, except us. We're a part of the internet. We're the right internet. We're the correct internet. The algorithms haven't found us yet. But
oh, now they're stalking us.
Here we go. And it begins. But truly, we have a very special subject today. But drop in the chat where you're watching from, where you're building, part of the process you're in. Dawn, what in the world are we talking about today?
We are going to talk about the Fayetteville model at our Waxahachie Design Center. So we know it's far for some of y'all to come and visit some of our models. So we like to feature them every once in a while and show you, talk to you about them and talk about the different options that are available.
For sure. And I was just there Saturday, so I'm refamiliarized with the place all over again. And yeah, went out of my way, of course, to watch the video, make sure I was wearing the same color shirt. So we got that figured out. Yeah.
Love that.
Guys, these accidents happen. I promise we don't plan this. But suffice it to say, Eric definitely has a uniform, pretty much. You're going to see me in a 3-button polo like 88% of the time.
Meanwhile, Dawn watches like the last 3 live videos to make sure that she's not wearing the same shirt. So
we are very different people.
Very different people. Eric will wear the same shirt that's in the video that we're featuring in our videos. He's cool.
No doubt about it. I grew up the middle of 3 boys. If the shirt is clean, it's green lighted. And
I think this tells everybody everything they need to know about our personalities.
Yeah. I'm the middle child. Do with that what you will. Like, it's about survival. That's what it's about. And getting noticed. Just a little attention.
See, and I'm the youngest, so I just assume that everyone's going to notice. So exactly. I have to
Exactly right. It's exactly right.
Have to do things.
All right. So truly, drop into the chat where you're building, what part of the process you're in, what questions you have, where you're watching from. Dawn, who is joining us, and we'll get this presentation kicked off and fired up.
All right, we've got Lisa saying howdy from Cowtown, building a Magnolia Bee at Bridal Gate in Bandera County. And
I got to meet her and her husband.
You did?
Yep.
Awesome.
We had a great chat, actually. Met her, and Hunter got to meet them. And yeah, so it's rolling along. They get the replat all done. So,
yay.
Yeah. Mylars are signed. All the wonderful things have happened. So it's great meeting you, Lisa.
Same. And then we've got Misty, who I had the privilege of meeting in Waco. She's coming in from Mansfield.
There we go.
We've got Rosalind. I know I want to say it Joaquin, but how does
crushed it. It's
yeah.
Joaquin, Texas. Joaquin,
Thank
Texas.
you, famous actors.
Yeah.
So she's coming in from Joaquin.
All right. Deep East Texas, very close to Toledo Bend.
So we've got Dustin still dreaming, but planning to
Nice.
build in Somerset. Awesome.
Perfect. That's what, hey, the show is here for that. Questions abound. That's what this is all about.
And then we've got Doug. He is watching from Michigan. Should be starting on the Saul in Ellis County the 1st of 2024.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. Well, we're looking forward to that. It's not quite Michigan weather here yet. Like it's 80. I think y'all are getting snow. So yeah, we are not ready for that.
It'll be a nice change though when you make that move.
It can happen in Ellis County. It can happen. But yeah,
it can happen, but the whole county just like stops.
Correct.
So.
Yeah, no, the earth will stop moving. Texas is done. We will shut it down. Shut it down.
Yeah, that was my parents. That was their biggest culture shock when they moved to Houston from upstate New York. They were like, it like frosted and everyone stayed home.
Yes. No, we're not taking any chances. It is a good thing because we are not prepared to drive in that. Like,
oh yes, very wise.
90 miles an hour on our highways, no big deal. Ice, all stop.
Slam the brakes, full stop.
All stop.
We got Kimberly building a Canyon A in beautiful Ellis County. Loves Ellis County.
Nice.
Painting is happening now. Should close in early December. Awesome.
Congratulations, Kimberly. That's awesome. Thanks for joining us too.
Then we've got Glenn, moved into our Livingston and Henderson County last October. We had warranty fix a few issues recently. Cool. Totally satisfied with Tilson. Oh, thank you.
Great to hear. And I think we've talked about this before. He's rocking the Stratocaster, it looks like, the Fender Strat.
Yes.
Trying to get my daughter into guitar playing. We're trying to do that.
Yeah.
She can't, between the 37 things she does at school, she says she needs a hobby. We're like, we can't, like, so between three vehicles.
Volleyball doesn't count.
We can't get you everywhere you're supposed to be. You need another hobby? No, okay.
Oh. Well, college applications.
Right. That is right. Yeah, currently their hobby is.
We got to jam them. There, there's 47 spots. We got to fill them all in. Yeah. All my overachieving heart.
Well, and we are, I know. Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks for reaching, and thanks for the warranty shout out, guys. We know there's going to be issues. That's why we have our own warranty department. So we're not bashful about that. We don't try to hide it. We don't hide behind it. Like, we're here to help and fix your house. We're right here with you. So excellent.
That's awesome. Well, let's jump in.
All right, we're going to jump into the Fayetteville, guys. Keep dropping your questions or comments into the chat. We want to hear from you. Again, where you're watching from, where you're building part of the process, what questions you have. They can be about this design, about the Fayetteville in particular. They can be about any of our designs. They could be about site preparation, permitting, financing, construction, what happens after closing. We are here to answer all those questions. We're going into this and we'll go from there.
All right. Awesome. So there are 3 elevations available for the Fayetteville. When we say elevation, folks, if you're just joining us, you're new, we're just talking about the exterior look of the house. So generally what's going to change when you change elevation is going to be the exterior materials, the roof lines. You'll start seeing adjustments in those front rooms as well as the front porches. Are going to change just to kind of make the home look different. Outside of those changes, generally speaking, they're identical. On the inside, there's with the minor things, obviously if the house is bumping, the inside is bumping out too. So just that's what you would see. So we've got, the standard brick gable. We've got the Craftsman model, which is what we did for our model in Waxahachie. So that elevation C, and then you've got the, traditional, vertical siding and the horizontal siding.
All
kinds of stuff. Yeah. Brick, wainscot, all that good stuff. We've got that in the
shot.
elevation D. Yeah. And I'll always get it wrong. It's fine. So the standard floor plan for the Fayetteville as it comes, it is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath plan. It is a little over 2,400 square feet. It's got on that C elevation, one of the largest front porches that we offer. I mean, it's massive. We'll show it to you in more detail later. And then it's got, very much the open concept. When you walk inside, you're coming into a foyer, you've got your dining space over to one side and you're walking straight into your family room, which is connected to your kitchen. So very, very much wide open space, huge island in that kitchen. And the other thing that you'll see is, you've got the double doors that are opening onto another big porch area. This house is one of our best for outdoor living area as well. So you've got that huge covered porch on the back and you lead into that, straight off of the kitchen. In the family room, you also have massive windows on the back that just bring that outdoor space more inside as well. One of the other things I personally like about this, because I'm a big storage girl, in addition to a very large walk-in pantry on this home, we also have a separate butler's pantry. So it's a good space to use as like a coffee bar or to put some of the louder appliances in. You've got that counter space and just, more cabinetry to store all of your items. It also has a massive utility room as well, so big laundry space in it. On the other side of the home, you've got, a very generous master bedroom with big master bath and huge walk-in closet. Again, very, very large. Lots of storage space in this home. And then that is actually, separated front to back from all of the other bedrooms. So you're not sharing a wall with another bedroom in the master. And you've got those 4 bedrooms up in the front. All of the additional bedrooms have their own walk-in closets, and they share a hallway bathroom. And then again, another massive storage space where the staircase would go if you do the second story like we did in our model. It's a storage area in this home. So it's just lots and lots of space. So this is the model exterior. Like I said, we went with the C elevation and just absolutely gorgeous. It's a mix of stone, brick, and the board and bat siding that you can see. It's got a nice gable on the top. Just beautiful home. Cedar accents, just great, massive, massive front porch. I'm a big front porch gal. So
I always forget how beautiful it is to go back to that model, and it's just like, oh my gosh, you could like table, chairs, everything, whatever you want.
Yeah, I was there a couple weeks ago as well, and it blew me away again. I'm like, actually, the furniture we have on this porch is maybe too small.
Right.
Which we've got a full seating area out there, but it's massive. So going to the next slide, this is actually the floor plan of what we did in the model. We did add in a couple of custom options, structural options on it. So we added in the side load 2-car garage, as well as a fireplace. And we did add that second story bonus room space. So when you go and you see the model there, you will have a staircase. So basically the storage closet moved to the opposite side of what I was showing you in the other one. You still have that storage area. We are very big on making sure that you are using all the usable space in your home. So it does open up and you have all the storage under that staircase there. But then upstairs, you're going to have an additional powder room, as well as in the C elevation, you'll have a theater room and the bonus space and another huge storage room. So our model is a little over 3,200 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, and 2 half baths.
Yeah, another cool thing about going with the bonus room option, and someone spoke about before, is you have full size door attic access up there. So these doors that are up here out of the theater room and next to the powder room here open up into the attic. So you've got, and there's a lot of attic up there. So
yes. It is a wonderful model. We actually had a couple questions that have come in. So before we go to the exterior video, I'm going to go ahead and answer those. So we've got Ms. Silcox sharing that we're building a slightly bigger Fayetteville C on Lake Fork. The plumber is there today, HVAC installed. We expanded the butler's pantry, added the second floor, and stretched the front porch another 9 by 15. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
so you're going to have a massive front porch. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
And then she's saying they love the Fayetteville. Yeah, clearly. Julie is asking, are the porches standard on the plan or are they optional? They are included. So on the C elevation, the porches that we're showing, they are the standard porch. That is included. Doug is saying, been in the models in Waxahachie several times. They're beautiful. It was very helpful while we were picking out the materials and colors for our model. Awesome. Glad you enjoyed them.
Yeah, it is helpful.
And then Julia is asking about build time.
All right, so it's going to vary a little bit across the state. Our goal these days is a 225-day build. Now, the Fayetteville with bonus, all that is on the larger side, so it may go over that, closer to your 240 to 260 time frame out of actual construction, but that's what we're shooting for these days. They have come way, way, way down. There are some pockets where it's still a little bit long, parts of the hill country that are still in high demand. That hasn't changed, but the demand hasn't changed, but the build times have come down significantly.
Wonderful. And then we do have another question from YouTube. Hey, all, a few questions. We signed in February, and next Wednesday we're meeting the builder. What should we expect? How long should we expect the construction of the rock wall to be?
Okay, so you're going to meet, I think if I looked it up correctly, I think you're meeting, Stella, I think you're meeting Summer. You're building out in Wilson County, I believe. So you are going to be thrilled. She's incredible and very organized, very, very squared away, maintains a great rapport with her contractors. They're very responsive. So the meeting itself, it's not too long. So you should expect to review utilities, expect to review access, making sure that we're all squared away there because we're about to enter into the not so drought season. So we want to be sure that we have really good access. And so she'll probably review that a little bit with you. Review any, like I said, she'll look around for utilities, make sure that we're all square on those still about septic and water and power, all that kind of stuff. Any of that needs buttoning up. And then, construction build time, I would push that closer to that 250, 260 time mark instead of the 225. We will shoot for the lower if we can. That'd be great. But the rock wall is a larger home and it's got some more complicated roof lines, things like, so everything takes a little bit longer just because it's bigger and just a little bit more complicated, but fantastic house, beautiful model home up there, Melissa. But yeah, I'd put it about that 260 mark, 250, 260, somewhere in there.
Okay, great. All right. Well, y'all keep dropping your questions in the chat and we are going to take a look at the exterior of the home.
Let's check it out. Howdy, I'm Eric Allard with Tilson Homes, Senior Vice President and a member of Tilson's fourth generation, and I'm so glad you're joining us today on a tour of our Fayetteville model home in Waxahachie, Texas. As you approach the Fayetteville model here in Waxahachie, you're going to notice a large amount of stone, cedar, brick, board and bat, hardy plank siding, all the different kind of variable natural elements that we can use to make this home really beautiful and really completes a gorgeous craftsman style home. As soon as you walk up on the front patio of the Fayetteville model, you're going to realize what a great space this is for entertaining. There's so much space on the front porch. You can have multiple swings, rocking chairs, just a beautiful place for you and your family to hang out and enjoy those beautiful sunsets on your land.
Yeah, amazing home. I just love it. I did add the dimensions of the front porch onto the floor plan so you guys could see. So it is 34 feet 7 inches across. On the shortest point, it is 5 feet deep, and on the longest point, it is 13 feet deep. So that's not even taking account that the door is still recessed. So that's another probably foot or so.
Yeah, and to give you an idea that the room right in front of that, so your typical bedroom is 11 by 13, right, which would fit like in this spot here. Family room is 18 feet wide. This is nearly double the width of the family room. So it's outrageously big. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. So the person that was saying that she had added another 9 by 15, she's like, it's like an average garage, the porch that she's looking at. So that's awesome.
Also, we have real soffit on the ceiling of the porch, which is a beautiful touch. So we can do that on ceiling, front and back porch ceilings. Really get to that nice custom finish, but it's real wood that's pre-stained from the manufacturer. So really cool look. Yeah,
very cool. Let's see. We've got a couple more questions that have popped in. So let's address those. We've got Julia. I'm a realtor in College Station. Is Tilson using the same floor plans throughout Texas? I did one build with a client in Wimberley. Thanks. So yes, you can build all of our floor plans in any of the counties that we build in. So it's the same floor plans throughout. We know that our customers like to travel, so we don't like to limit them based on the region. We let you do pretty much anything in all of the counties that we build in.
And we'll do anything in God's country, College Station, Texas. Anything. No partiality whatsoever, of course.
Except basements. But
yeah. You have to really twist my arm. There's some engineers there that can make that happen, but it's going to cost a lot of money.
People just went into that office and said, Eric said, as long as it's here, it's fine.
We can make water run uphill. I mean, we can do anything. Just need a price.
We've got David living in Mico, Texas, is prepping the land to build in San Saba,
Oh,
Texas in
beautiful.
2024. Wonderful.
He is running for the hills. Running for the hills. I love it.
Julia's laughing at us. Along with a bunch of other people, I'm sure. Misty's asking, is there a box on the outside of the house for the cable line to come into so we do not have to drill a hole? If so, where would it be located?
Well, Misty, even if there is a box, there's still a hole. So the box would be a hole that goes into the house. So we do a smaller hole, which is just the cable coming out and is tied up near it's going to be located where the electrical comes into the house. That's where the wiring, all the low voltage wiring, so your RG6 and probably 1 or 2 Cat 5Es will be coiled up there that come out. But it won't be in a box. We could do it in a box if you want to. It's just going to be a bigger hole because you'll need, typically a 1-inch diameter hole for that box to attach to.
Okay. Makes sense. And Jessica is asking, roughly how much does it add to the cost to do the second floor?
I warned you.
You did. So guys, I'm in charge of pricing today, which means it's going to be slow.
Well, yeah, we had to default to a Microsoft Surface for the presentation because Dawn liked to use Wingdings as the font.
Do not use Wingdings.
You need to comment
Apple
if you even know what Wingdings are. If you can recall, that will definitely date you if you recall what the Wingdings are.
All right, so the bonus room on the C is going to be around $79,500. And remember, that is adding on the C elevation, it is the big bonus room and the theater room, as well as that half bath. On our other elevations, it does not have the bonus rooms. It does not have the theater room space, so it's a little bit less on those. On the B, it's going to come in at around 58,000 is what that's going to do because it's less space.
Yeah, but on the C, you're adding around a little over 800 square feet of living area and a bathroom.
Yeah, it's a lot of room and a bathroom, so that's what's driving that cost. And then and today is October 10th, 2023. Just to be clear. David is asking, can y'all hook up a Generac to the house?
Yes, the answer is yes. We sure can, David. We just want to be sure we know. That Generac is a brand, right? So of generator, we've seen people do Generac. We've seen them do Kohler. Those are probably the two main providers. We just want to be sure it's sized properly. So we can supply you with kind of an electrical load analysis if they need to. Most companies can do it themselves. So they want to come out anyway and see the electrical panel. In those cases, we want to be also what matters is the automatic transfer switch. So it can be done during construction, or we can set it up where it can be done after construction, however you want to do it.
Okay, awesome. Julia says that's a heck of a deal. So
it is. It's actually less than $100 a foot. So
yep. And we've got Christian saying he sent whole emails and Wingdings just to keep people on their toes.
There you go.
That's awesome.
There you go. Translate it. Best of luck.
Figure it out. Yep. No, we just have our usual problem. I'm on a PC, he's a Mac, and stuff happens, guys. Stuff happens.
We're a rolling commercial for neither of those companies, by the way. Dell nor Apple.
Raise your hand if you remember those commercials.
Before it got weird.
Yeah, it did get a little weird, didn't it? All right. Well, let's go ahead and look at the main living spaces in the Fayetteville.
Let's check it out. Folks, keep dropping your questions into the chat. Questions, comments, where you're watching from, anything you want to talk about building on your land, we can help you out.
All right.
So as you walk in the front door of the Fayetteville model home, you're going to first notice the foyer itself is open wide to the family room, the kitchen, as well as the dining space. So the family room really draws you in from the foyer, and you're going to notice all the natural light pouring into the space from the two 6-foot by 6-foot windows that are fixed glass, just allowing all that land to come in to the indoor space. And you're going to see a beautiful focal point that we've opted for. The family room that we've chosen that's the fireplace with a stone surround, cedar mantle, and a raised stone hearth. You can fit so much furniture in this family room and have an unbelievable space for gathering. So adjacent to the family room and really part of the space itself is the kitchen, which is really the crown jewel of the Fayetteville model home. You're going to notice a massive island, which is a fantastic flat workspace. that can be great for preparation as a buffet type area, or just to enjoy cereal with the kids in the morning when you're getting them ready for school. And that kitchen itself backs up to beautiful cabinetry. It's got gorgeous custom elements, got some newel posts on the island itself, as well as custom cabinet elements on above the range, around the hood, where the microwave and the oven go. It's all built in. It's a beautiful backsplash that we've put in here. Granite countertop's gonna be standard. We've got a farmhouse sink, and just a really useful space for someone who actually uses the kitchen living out in the country. So right off of the kitchen and also open to the foyer is the dining space of the Fayetteville model. Now we have it set up as a little more formal dining space, but really it is designed to be the one eating area of this home, because a lot of our customers just flat don't need a formal dining area. So it's a really beautiful space right there adjacent to the front covered patio to take in some of those morning views when you're sitting there having your breakfast.
All right. So here's a view of that foyer right as you come in. I love the front door that we have on this house. It's one of our pretties.
Yeah, and a fairly inexpensive way to accomplish the lighting on the side. These are actual windows. These are not side lights as part of the door unit. You can do side lights if you want to, but it's like 4 times the money and you get a very similar look. So for me, I spend the money somewhere else, floors, appliances, something like that. And you still get a gorgeous, naughty alder, mahogany door with wrought iron, and go from there. So
yeah, it's beautiful. I wish I did want to share. Christian is saying he's a former Microsoft employee. We're giving him flashbacks. but like good flashbacks though.
Right.
Those commercials were cute.
Those 2 words collide in the same sentence often. Good and flashbacks.
But yeah, good, nice foyer space. And then here's that large family room that you have with the huge windows looking on your backyard. Just beautiful. And we've added in that fireplace to give you a focal point, and just gorgeous space. I just love it. And then you've got the kitchen, which has, like I mentioned before, it's got the 2 doors that lead, the French doors that are leading out onto your back porch. And you've got tons of cabinetry in this area. We've got in this one, we have the microwave above the oven. You could also do double ovens if you wanted to. And just gorgeous. Got the big island in there that we fit 4 large bar stools at. You could probably fit more if you went smaller. Ours are massive. But yeah, just a great space.
Yeah, the kitchen is one of those usable spaces in any of our houses, and still have the doors going to the outside like that. It's really, really nice. And truly, you're only using one of those doors, right? Like, I mean, yes, you can open both of them on a day like yesterday, but by and large, actually, in our Waxahachie office, you can ever open because they will blow off. The wind is blowing like gazillion miles an hour at all times on top of that hill in Ellis County. But the ability to just use that one door and still have that glass, and it's really, really nice, really peaceful.
Yeah. Very pretty. And then the dining area, which is attached to the kitchen. So you kind of got the open concept. I feel like this one actually gives you kind of the best of both worlds, because it is still, kind of attached to the kitchen and it's open. It's also still manages to be enclosed too. So if you wanted it to be a little quieter in there and not be getting all of the noise from the family room, you've kind of got that buffer going on because of the way that the space is arranged. So I like it a lot. But yeah, we've got, again, oversized furniture in there. You could, we've got 6-person table. You could easily put an 8-person in if you had normal size chairs.
Right, yeah, gargantuan chairs.
Yeah, absolutely. And then let's see, we've got David asking, if the land has a slight angle, is it possible to level up the land before the slab or not? Also, I have a small pond, so what are the chances of running a line from well to pond?
Okay, so the first one about leveling the land, the answer is it's possible to level it up before the slab. It would depend on kind of where we're building, David. And also, we want to be sure that we're not putting the house in a hole. There's a couple ways to level it. You can just bring in material, bring in fill, dirt from the outside, and layer that in and level and bring the soil up. There's also sometimes you can do a cut and fill or overcut and fill. That's kind of a little bit dicier one. It has to be a pretty unique situation to do that successfully, because you run a chance of putting a portion of the house at risk of water flowing into it, garage, porch. something like that. So we steer clear of that one, except in some pretty unique specific situations. I prefer the dirt pad method if we're going to do it, or in a lot of cases, we truly just build to the attic level, depending on where you're building. So if you're in the North Texas area, it's pretty much going to be that dirt pad we mentioned first. There's money in the deal already to do a significant pad. If you're out in the hill country, it's a lot more common to build the forms up to the attic level. And then in the Gulf Coast kind of area, we see it both ways. Some are dirt pads, some are built to the attic level with increasing the slab height, and some are overcut and fill. You just need a little bit more land to be able to pull off successfully the overcut and fill. It's kind of a last resort to do that. But yeah, we can do that, and we'll shoot grades beforehand, and we'll give you kind of the options to do. Small pond. I've seen people run a water line from their well to the pond. I wouldn't want to use all of my water up, fill my pond up. So I would want to be sure that the pond holds water well. Holds water good, but it does a good job of holding water. And in that vein, yes. But if it's one that like leaks down an inch a week or so, that typically means it's not holding water that well, in which case I would keep dumping my supply of water for my home into that well. But if it's lined, either with some type of liner or with a good clay lining where it doesn't leak down other than in like severe droughts, I got a neighbor that does exactly that right across the road, and more power to him. I'm like, let God take care of the pond. If it's water, it will. If it's not, it won't. The fish are fine. The birds tell me if they're sleeping there or not. If there are birds, there are fish.
Fair enough.
I'm a simple guy, though, David. I'm a simple guy.
All right. We have a question. Could the wall that has foyer be made so there's a better TV view from the dining? So
so can you take that out is what he's asking.
Yes.
So yes, it can be taken out. We need to do some pretty significant structural engineering to do that with a structural beam. But yes, it can be taken out. It's particularly important if we're going to have the upstairs up there. But in either case, we can do a structural beam to do that. It is a long one. It runs from the foyer all the way to the back. So that the one at the back wall back here, that this might stick out a little further to be able to hold a larger beam. But yes, it can be done.
All right. Awesome.
When it gets over 40 feet, we get a little nervous. But
twitchy. That's the official word.
That's twitchy. The official word.
The engineers get twitchy.
Also, David, the beauty of the pond going down and getting smaller is the fish are easy. It is easier to cast across it all the way, and they're easier to catch.
Eventually, you can just walk in and pick them up, right?
I may not be a sporting issue. I'm about quantity, not quality. With regards to fishing.
We've got Ann saying hello, checking in on the Tilson family from Fayette County. Hey, Ann.
It is good to see you again. Beautiful home. Cinderella. Gorgeous.
Cinderella, yes. Gorgeous, gorgeous house. All right. Well, let's take a look at the bedrooms in the Fayetteville. Y'all keep dropping your questions in.
Keep dropping your questions in about fishing and ponds and quality, things like that. We'll talk all about them.
Yep. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Don's like, I'm answering them. Immediately off the family room with its own private entry is the master suite. You're going to walk in there and just immediately see the beautiful light coming into there from the windows that are in the master, as well as how we have it outfitted with king-size furniture so you can get a true feel of how your furniture is going to fit inside the space. As you walk through the master suite, you're going to be guided into the master bathroom, which is exquisite in this particular home. You're going to notice a very large semi-frameless glass shower that you could walk into, plenty of space in there, as well as a separate soaking tub, which is just beautiful with the cabinetry that's around it and the quartz and granite that we have on the top. You're gonna notice his and hers vanities and a massive walk-in closet that's plenty large enough to accommodate 2 people. So the Fayetteville model we have here in Waxahachie is a 4-bedroom design, and the other 3 bedrooms, apart from the master, all share a bathroom, which is plenty large enough with a big linen cabinet, large vanity space, and ceramic tile tub surround. And each of those bedrooms is able to accommodate full-size or even queen-size furniture, and they all have their own walk-in closet.
All right.
Okay.
So here's that master space, and it's got its own little hallway going in. So you've got kind of more privacy coming off of that family room space. And we've actually got a sloped ceiling in there the way that the house is designed. So you've got a little bit of a tray effect happening on the 3 sides. And just, yeah, beautiful, just big space. Like you said in the video, we have king size furniture in almost every single one of our model home masters so that you can see, what it looks like with large furniture. In the master bathroom, again, very large space, very generous in there. And you've got the soaking tub as well as a standing shower in there, a separate shower, double vanities. Just lots and lots of space, lots of cabinetry. As you can see, we've got that huge linen cabinet in there in addition to all your regular cabinets. So it's a great space.
Yeah, it's massive and still serene, and it's a great place to retreat.
Yes, it's very nice. And then the next slide is that master closet because it's so pretty. We have to show it. You've just got so much storage.
You can't photograph a lot of closets. This one is photo.
We really don't, but this one deserves it. So yeah, you've got lots of hanging rod space, double rods, and you can rearrange this however you want, but this is how it comes as designed. And if you wanted to remove shelves or add shelves, you can do all of that. But look at all of the storage as you get in here. Just plenty of space. And then these are the 3 additional bedrooms, and I numbered them so you can see where they are based on the plan. But all of them are very good size. And as I mentioned, they all have their own walk-in closets in them, and just great on the front of the house and away from that master suite. So everybody has their privacy. And then this is that hallway bathroom that the 3 bedrooms share. And it also has a large linen cabinet over to the side where you can put everything in there. So lots of storage, great space for the kids and guests to share.
And a sheep staring at you, because why not?
And a sheep staring at a butterfly, because why not? That's what we're into in Waxahachie.
We do.
That's what we do.
Always amazing. We got a couple of questions
We do. So let's get to those. We've got Anne sharing this. She said it's a fabulous master bath. It definitely is. Yeah. Jessica's asking, is it difficult to remove the tub and do an extra large shower in the master? Actually, Jessica, we have that designed as a structural option. So it's very easy to do. We just push a button and it happens.
Yeah. It's hard in this house because there's a tub there, but it is not hard in a PDF.
Yeah, when we haven't built it yet. In PDF, simple. We push a button and it is done.
But yeah, I mean, the standard shower is 60 inches by 38 inches, so it's not small. 5 by over 3 feet. And then, but yeah, you can very easily, Don will show you on the website.
So if you wanted just the walk-in shower, this is how that is laid out. So let me zoom in so you can.
It's a great way to do it because it separates the vanities. If you don't play well with others, like I don't like my wife's curling iron and dryer and all the things invading and encroaching on my space. So
he's in no way speaking from personal experience.
No. Hypothetically speaking, if she had all those things and our vanities were remotely close to one another, I can envision one encroaching on, what little bit of space I actually need and I'm left with. Throwing it out there. This is all right. The shower is a great line of demarcation, great demilitarized zone between the 2 vanities, in my opinion.
Yes. Yeah, it's very nice. And then there's also, if you did want to keep both, there's also an alternate bathroom layout if you wanted to move it. So it was arranged differently, and you don't play nice with others and need separate closets. Yeah. So lots of options for you.
But you could just go like it was and make that all shower if you wanted to do that. It'd be very much like the LaSalle shower that we have done as a custom option. So.
Cool. And then Ms. Silcox is sharing that on her Fayetteville, they actually did reduce they got rid of that foyer wall that we were talking about.
I prefer to reduce it to a pillar. The structural part of Eric would like that better than so yeah, good on you, Ms. Silcox.
Yeah. And then David is asking if soaking tubs come in different lengths.
They do. Yeah, they do. Most of them are either 5 feet or 6 feet on the soaking tubs. So there's very few that get larger than 6. There's probably some on the market that are. But remember, you're not laying down in it. We don't do a lot of baptistries, although, I mean, why not? We could do, but by and large, you're going to be, sitting at kind of a right angle or relaxing in it. So, um, a 5 foot tub is typically enough, but yeah, there's a number of 72-inch or 6 foot tubs
Mm-hmm.
on the market and available in our program. So.
Awesome. That's great. All right. Well, y'all keep dropping your questions in, and we are going to take a look at the upstairs.
Let's go. So in the Fayetteville model home in Waxahachie, we opted to put the bonus room and theater room up in that space. And so as you head up those stairs, you're going to really notice how quiet it is when you're going up, because we use the Advantech 1.8" thick subfloor that's glued and screwed to the ceiling joist so that you don't have that noise transferring back and forth. That bonus space you're going to see up there is large enough to accommodate easily a pool table, separate side table, TV. There's a great little workspace on the front of it. Kids can sit and do homework, or if they're doing homeschool, or just taking a beautiful view of the property. It's got great open lighting to the back, has a half bath up there, and then we've had the theater room outfitted, but we have lots of customers that end up outfitting that as a craft room or sewing room. You're gonna notice here in the Fayetteville model home, we have a tremendous amount of storage, both under the stairs and the floor when you walk in, as well as upstairs in that bonus space. There's almost an entire room dedicated just to storage.
All right. So great space up there. As you can see, we've got 2 tables and a pool table and a desk and a console for a TV. And you can still run laps around all of it.
It's one of the best bonus and theater room layouts in any of our designs. Truly, like it's fantastic. This one and the rock wall are my 2 favorites. I like the Breckenridge lunch. Actually, okay, I like them. I can't lie. But this one is. Don't
choose between your children. They're all your favorites. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. They have different advantages, for sure.
But yeah, love this space. If you guys have been watching Tilson Live forever and a day, you know I actually did a live from that desk. So it is very productive.
It is one of the few that has windows in the front and the back of a bonus space. There's very few designs, period, but certainly of our designs that are able to capture that. So
very nice. And then this one, since it is the C elevation, we have that space for the theater room, which is on the next slide. And so yeah, just another great space to have. We did it as a theater room. It could also be a craft room, could be another playroom, could be whatever you wanted to use it for. Yeah. Whatever kind of hobby room you wanted to do.
And you get your half bath
and then it also has a half bath. And then, as Eric was mentioning earlier, you've got full-size door access into the attic from 2 of the rooms. So very good functional space up there. So let's see. We have our Florida friend is asking us some questions.
What's up, Nick?
See what's up with Nick. Hey guys, your friend from Florida here. Just a general question. I got a big one again. Is Texas a good state to move to? How is the economy there? Are there enough jobs? Are there enough entertainment and things to do? What I'm getting at, that this will be my first and last time moving. Unlike some people, I don't want to move multiple times. I feel very attacked by that statement, Nick. So that's where I'm coming from, which is why it's important for me to like where I'm going to buy my land. By the way, I like my space. So it's 10 acres enough for some privacy.
10 acres is plenty for privacy. That's the easiest one on there. I'm going to Google real quick. Let's just go to Google.
And then he's also asking about Hardin, because he thinks he's thinking Hardin County now, and wondering about utilities.
So
that the land was cheaper. We were specifically comparing Republic Grand Ranch to not developed land in Hardin County, is why I said I was the one who said the thing about the utilities. The reason I was saying that, Nick, is because with Patent Development, who is selling you the land in Republic Grand Ranch, has already arranged to have the electrical and all of that brought in, so you wouldn't be negotiating that completely solo. So they've already done your high-speed internet, your water, your power. Like, they've already done that work, so you wouldn't be trying to go to the utility company and be like, but one. So that is why I said that, to just be aware of those costs when you're looking at a somewhat developed property versus a completely undeveloped property.
Yeah.
And now Eric is going to Google.
Well, it's done, right? So I mean, you truly can Google it. Does Texas have jobs? It's one of the best states in the country for jobs. You're moving from, utopia to paradise. Okay, like Florida and Texas lead the nation in jobs. North Carolina is number one for business, as they say on Forbes, but Texas and Florida lead in jobs. So plenty of jobs available in Texas. It will not be. You would have a hard time not finding a job in Texas. You'd have to not want to. I think I just looked at the stat. There are 128,000 unemployment claims in the whole state. Unemployment insurance claims in the whole state. There's 33 million.
And think about the size. Yeah, think about the size of Texas before you.
33 million people, 30 million people, 148,000 unemployment claims.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, you have to try real hard to get unemployed in Texas. It's possible. It can be done, but you got to try hard. So you won't have an issue with that, man. It's every bit as powerful as Florida from a job standpoint. And then stuff to do. Yes, there's tons of stuff to do. Yes. You can do anything from, we got all the pro sports teams, college sports teams, not dissimilar to Florida. Obviously there's a county fair in every county on any given weekend in the state of Texas. There's 244 counties, something like that. So there's 244 county fairs. There's only 52 weeks a year. That's a lot going on. You got the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, San Antonio Rodeo, Austin Rodeo. There's this place called Dallas Fort Worth that's like a candy land of entertaining space, everywhere from Frisco, southwest to Arlington. PGA headquarters are there now up in Frisco. It's insane. It really is insane. So we have, a couple Gaylords. We have some Great Wolf Lodges. We have, there's
World.
Yeah. We don't have Disney World. We don't have that, but we've got SeaWorld. We've got Six Flags. We've got all the things, and
a Universal Park on its way.
Yeah, Universal's coming to Frisco
area.
Yep.
Yeah.
F1. We have racing in Austin. I don't know what you're into, but you would run out of time before you ran out of things to do. You can go down to Boca Chica Key, down to Brownsville, and watch Elon Musk launch space rockets from SpaceX if you want to do that, if that's your thing. You can, and there's some interesting people down there. Everyone who lived and breathed Star Trek that thinks they're going to Mars in 6 months is down there with their 87 Volkswagen and a camera on top of it mounted that's doing time lapse of SpaceX stuff taking off and landing. So it takes all kinds, and the best food
lots to do.
Planet Earth.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely. Nick, you will have to adjust that when people are talking about barbecue, they are talking about beef and not pork.
Right.
It will be different. Different.
Pork is a breakfast item. Sausages and bacon. Those are breakfast foods. Barbecue is
beef.
Brisket. Yeah. Beef ribs. Anyway, it's there might be this thing called Tex-Mex here. Not that bad of food. Pretty solid. And
it's not what you get where you are.
No.
It's very different. All right. Is 10 acres enough for some privacy?
Totally. Yeah. 10 acres is plenty. I mean, you figure an average lot in a subdivision is 10,000 to 15,000 square feet. So in some cases, 8,000 square feet. And so 1 acre is 43,000 square feet. So your average lot, let's just to make it easy, is about a quarter to a fifth of an acre. So you're effectively talking about 40 of those, 40 to 50 of your typical residential lots is what 10 acres would be. So imagine your house there and your 25 neighbors that way and 25 neighbors that way are gone. Or as I say, my idea of heaven. 10 acres is plenty.
All right. And then Julia is saying, the developed lands like Grand Ranch are definitely drivable to Houston. Yeah. We have the best weather for entertainment year round.
That's true. You are not going to get snowed out. It's very similar to Florida on the weather.
Yeah.
Hot and humid.
Absolutely. Yes, for sure. All right. Well, you guys keep dropping in your questions, and we are going to look at the remaining spaces in the home. So we're going to look at the laundry room, the pantries, and then also the back porch.
Let's check it out. So immediately off the kitchen and breakfast area, you're going to notice where the walk-in pantry and butler's pantry are, which is a really nice custom feature in this particular home. You have a completely separate granite countertop preparation area with lots of cabinetry, The walk-in pantry is in there. The utility room itself has a tremendous amount of space for stand-up freezer, washer, dryer. There's a lot of countertop space in there for storage or for folding clothes or anything you might need to be doing. You can even put a sink in there for washing your dog if you want. So the garage you're going to see on the model home here in Waxahachie is a 2-car oversized garage. We have it set up as a side load. We do have customers that opt to make it a 3-car garage, and there's some customers that opt to detach it. But as with any of our plans, it can be customized whatever you want to do. You can do attached garage, detached garage, or no garage at all if you guys have a solution. So the outdoor living space on this particular home has really been a focal point for a lot of our customers. You're going to notice that you've got large French double doors that open up from the kitchen and family room area onto the back covered patio. We've done a beautiful ceiling treatment on there that is an option that you can do on any of your homes. And you have a lovely place for your kids to sit there, play, barbecue, rocking chairs, and just hang out, which is why you bought the land to begin with.
Okay, the marketing team wanted me to point out that we left out a very important Fort Worth attraction, the world's biggest honky tonk at Billy Bob's. So
I've heard of this place.
I've heard of this place. So
yep, the world's biggest honky tonk is in fact in Fort Worth, Texas. Joe T. Garcia's pretty solid place to eat food too. Not a bad spot. I was also thinking, oh, never mind. You go on forever. You get South by Southwest that happens every year.
There's lots to do. There's lots to do. Yeah. It's a big state, many, many things. All right, so tucked away behind that kitchen and off by itself, down at the bottom is that butler's pantry that I was talking about. So it's just a good extra storage space for all those things that you need every once in a while and don't necessarily want in the main kitchen. You can put them in here, good space for a coffee bar, all larger, your standing mixers, all the loud appliances, blenders, whatnot. And then you've got the very large laundry room in there that in our home, our model is leading out into that attached garage space. This would just be an exterior door in the regular plan. So lots of storage. And then here is the back of the model. Again, we've got a huge covered porch on the back. So it is 29 feet, 5 inches by 8 feet, 5 inches. So lots and lots of space out there. So great use of the outdoor space. It's just absolutely beautiful. All right. So I'm going to pull back up my floor plan so we can kind of share. We talked before about what we can do in the master bathroom, but there are some other options to be had. So let me zoom back out so we can see the full floor plan. So this is the base floor plan before you added in, what we did, which was the upstairs bonus room and all of that. But then you also have an option for an alternate kitchen on it. So if you did want the extra cabinets in here, you can remove those doors and put them off of the pantry. It just kind of moves everything around, but it gives you a different access onto the back porch and then adds in cabinetry there. I'll zoom in a little better so you can see kind of what happens in that space. So that is before and that is after when we're trying to get the cabinetry here. So this does lose the butler's pantry, but that's what we would do. That's how we would get you a sink looking out the back and all of that. We also have an option to do that with a drop zone. So if you wanted a bench area coming in from the outside, that's what that would change and kind of changes what the cabinetry looks like in here as well. If you didn't want the 4-bedroom and you wanted to do 3 bedrooms instead, we have that option. So it actually would remove that bedroom and just sort of rearrange everything. Similar size to the walk-in closet, just a different shape. But if you didn't need all that square footage, that's a change that our drafting team has already figured out for you. We already talked about the master bathroom options, so I won't do that again. But we also have pre-designed the cathedral ceiling in the family room, as well as an option on this bedroom too. We could utilize that storage space to make you a separate guest bathroom so that you can make it 3 full baths. So you'd have an ensuite here. And then we also do have an alternate utility room layout that just sort of changes up where gives you another access to that back porch. So those are their options. And then I did want to show real quick, I've mentioned on the bonus room that it is different in the different elevations. So I'm going to switch over to a different elevation to show you what the bonus room looks like when you add it without that theater room. So you still get that huge bonus space, but you do lose the desk area because you don't have that dormer coming out. And this is just because of roof lines and how that would change. All righty. And let's see, we've got a few other questions that came in. We sold Nick on Texas, so he says he's coming. And then he's asking, can all of your laundry rooms take a full washer and dryer? Yes, they are all going to take side-by-side washer and dryer. And then most of our laundry rooms, since we are designing for rural areas, also will take a full standing freezer as well. Those are generally what we design those spaces for at a minimum. And then they also, in a lot of cases, can accommodate, drop zones and things like that. So, yeah, but yes, absolutely. They're going to all support a full washer and dryer. And then we have a question on what's an estimate of the width of the home with the added side load garage?
It's about 90 feet, about 89 feet, 90 feet, right in there. I think 89 foot 1 inches. So let's call it 90.
Okay.
Is about what it would be. With that great question. Also, I couldn't help myself while you're doing all that. We'll go down the bunny trail because I said I baited it. We like to talk about Texas, so I went in just for fun. Like as it turns out, Texas is ranked as the 9th largest economy among nations of the world by nominal GDP.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were our own country, which we were, by the way. We would be the 9th largest economy in the world, ahead of Canada, South Korea, Russia, and Australia. So, yes, I think we lose track sometimes of the wealth that's in America. Like I think California is we would be like the 4th largest economy in the world. Like it's insane how good we have it here. But yeah, Texas is a player. There you go, Julia.
Julia
throwing
says
the
17
NAR
trillion.
stats at us.
Yes, 17 trillion economy. So
I can't wrap my head around that. I mean, you're better off telling me it's the 9th largest and ahead of these countries because you start talking in trillions, really, even billions. Like I don't.
It's a lot of zeros.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, you lost me.
Yeah, Nick, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right. So anyway, folks, obviously. Thank you for joining us, watch us today. Thank you, Dawn, for putting this together. Great run of show, great presentation. Thank you, team behind the scenes, staying there with us. It doesn't have to end here, folks. It does not have to end here. Don't let it end here. All your questions have not been answered yet. We know that. And that's okay because we have an award-winning website open 24/7. We have, design centers open 7 days a week. We got 12 of them open 7 days a week. Here to help you answer all of your questions. We got new home specialists standing by on the website. You can call, talk to them, answer those questions, get started. We can walk you through the financing process, whether the easy buy is the best thing for you, where there's no construction whatsoever, or we do have some one-time close products out there if you want to go that route. We can help you with that, particularly if you're 100% VA or going to do FHA route, something like that. We can help. We have seminars going on all the time. I know we just had some in Waxahachie this last weekend, spring this last weekend. I'm sure there's some coming up. They're probably on our Facebook page, website.
They are. We do not have any this weekend for some reason. I don't know what's going on. I think maybe you were telling me a lot of schools are on fall breaks. Maybe that happened. Yep. Skipping. But we do have on the 21st. We have Georgetown, San Marcos, Bryan, Huntsville. That's it for that weekend. And then the week after we have Bernie, Waco, Melissa, Angleton, lots of places. And we have something really exciting coming up, not in our Weatherford office, but near our Weatherford office.
Yes.
So got lots of things going on, guys. We are actually going to be going to a customer's house and letting you guys see that under construction. So we're super excited about that. And we're working on polishing up the final details on that, but it is happening.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
We have another question
let's see. Oh, we do. Jessica is saying, do we have the ability to look at all these floor plan options on the website, or does this have to be with a member of Tilson? All of our custom options are on the website. So when you are actually looking at the floor plan page on the website, it will be part of it. If you just keep scrolling down, you can see it and you can mix everything. Now, one disclaimer on that, what you're seeing on the website is not everything that we can do. Just because of coding limitations, there are some things on the website that you can't combine that you could combine in real life. Actually, there are a couple of our models that you couldn't actually do online, but they can fix that for you in the design center. And then what you are seeing in the custom option is not the limit to what we can do. If you go in and sit down with one of our consultants, they can make almost any other change that you're looking to do. But there is a lot on our website that you can see.
Yep.
And then we have someone who I'm sure is absolutely no way related to you, saying that we did a great job.
It's my mom. Mom's doing great. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks. And then we've got Martin saying, hey, I'm in Round Rock. What's the closest location to meet with you all?
Georgetown. By gosh, Texas. Yeah, head north. I don't know if you're at the 130 toll road or on 35. Either way, you head north. They can take you straight there. You Google Tilson Homes, Georgetown. Boom, right there. Been there for.
Yes, in your mapping software, make sure that you put in Tilson Homes, Georgetown, and not the physical address, because for whatever reason, they will all send you into the middle of downtown Austin. But if you type in our name, you will get to the right spot.
Yeah.
Google is wild. Julia saying Tilson is awesome to work with. Smooth and clear process. Thank you for the live. Look forward to the next one. Oh, thank you, Julia.
Thanks, Julia. Yeah, bring us your people. We appreciate it. We take care of them.
Yeah. And then we've got Jessica saying, awesome. Thank you both so much for answering my questions. You are very welcome.
Why we're here. Yeah. Keep asking them.
And then Martin is saying, thanks for looking to build in Seguin. Awesome.
Yes. It's a great Charlie Robinson song about suburban Seguin. May he rest in peace. Great, great stuff. So thanks for indulging us, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you for supporting us. Thanks for supporting this little family-owned endeavor that we do called Building Homes on Your Land. We want to help you any way we can. We hope these things are helpful, and we genuinely soon hope to make you part of the Tilson family. We'll see y'all later.
Bye, everybody.